Welcome back to the Chammy, the only channel on YouTube where you can get a mostly professional tarot card reading. Brought to you by Madame Pamita and the Parlor of Wonders. Check out her channel. There's so much educational information about tarot and magic and spirituality. And yeah, so check her out. She's a wonderful friend and a wonderful guide to give you the information that you might be seeking with some of the most important things to you in your life. Tonight's special is the 11/11 love reading, the $20 past, present, future, and the $30 general reading. You can also get a Spiritbox session. They're only $1 per minute, so however many minutes that you might think that you need, everything is there in the description that you need to know. Yes, it's party time. Welcome back to the Chammy, Meryl. Happy weekend. And and happy week, actually. I guess it's Monday morning where I am, and it's still the weekend where you are. Interesting. So it shows a blue shield next to your name. Was that like something that you added into your username, or is that just because, like, is that the new, like, moderator sign? Like, instead of a wrench, it's now a shield? Anyways, check out my pinned comment. Please check out the link in my pinned comment. That is my original music. This is not a tarot channel. This is a channel that belongs to a musician and artist. I am that musician and artist. My name is Stormie Bleu. This channel is about my life, and my life is my message. Everything that you need to know is in the description. And yeah, if you have any questions about tarot, questions about law of assumption. Okay, so it must be something new. I guess YouTube turned it into a shield instead of a wrench. That makes sense. But yeah, if you're new to the channel, please check out my music in the pinned comment. I'm a musician and artist. This is not a tarot channel. I just do the tarot on the live stream. Sometimes I post videos about tarot readings that are relevant to me, that I think are important or feel they're important. I'm going to be posting one soon on long form content videos about our full moon that we're about to go into, the recent planetary parade across the sky, as well as several other things. So look out for that video. It's coming to you pretty soon here. I just have to finish editing it and uploading it. Do you like your new place, Meryl? How are things coming along with that? Not much progress. Still selling stuff. Oh my goodness. Sold a recliner today. Ugh, I slept in this recliner for 3 days in the hospital, and it was like covered in this weird mesh plastic material. Oh, it was so annoying. I never want to see a recliner again. And then every time, like, I would pop up the place where you, like, rest your feet, it would go bang and really, like, go up really fast, and it sounded like a gunshot. It was pretty strange. Hey, Metal Rain, welcome back to the Chammy. How's your weekend been? How's everybody at the Metal Rain Fort? Also, I keep forgetting to ask you, have you seen Star? I mean, not seen her, but, like, what I mean by see is, like, Have you talked to her? Have you guys seen each other on video chat? Or how is she doing? Do you know? Hey Christy, welcome to the haunted house. How are you tonight? If you're just coming into the channel, thanks so much. I appreciate it. Make sure you like and subscribe, please. But most of all, please check out the pinned comment, check out the link, check out my music. I would really appreciate that. This is not a tarot channel. This is a music and art channel. I do the live tarot on the streams. Sometimes I do a live music pop-up show. But the channel is really just about my life, and my life is my message. Message tag. It's a message tag. Oh, okay, all right. So I got to watch. Some TV, which I never watched TV, but they had one in the hospital room. It was interesting to watch TV, like the first time in years. Hey Awaken, could you check out my link in my pinned comment? Please check out my music. What is this? This is a channel that belongs to a musician and artist. I'm that musician and artist. My name is StormieBleu. This channel is about my life. My life is my message. I do live music on the streams, and I do live tarot on the streams. Sometimes I will post long-form content with tarot readings, music, art, nature, things like that. Videos of my dogs. That's what this is. Welcome to my haunted house and a creepy graveyard. Hope you're having a good evening. But yeah, this is not a tarot channel. This is just a channel about my life, really. Okay, I'm gonna just like get the spirit box warmed up so that when we get ready to use it, it's ready to go. It's already on. I'm gonna go ahead and put a few things in chat, and then I'm gonna do a collective message for us. See what kind of messages Spirit has for us, and our most trusted and strongest spirit guides might have for us tonight, going into the new week. So if you haven't been here to the channel yet, welcome to my haunted house in a creepy graveyard. Check out my music in the pinned comment. There's a link there. I'd really appreciate that. This is not a tarot channel. This is a channel that belongs to me, the musician and artist Stormie Bleu. So please don't get it twisted. Sometimes I do live music on the streams, and I usually do live tarot on the streams. So hope you guys find something you like. Excuse me. I'm just going to put some things in the chat, and then I'm going to start a live tarot reading with a collected message. If anybody has any questions about tarot, law of attraction, law of assumption, the observer effect, quantum physics, astrology, music, art, life in general, please feel free to ask. I'm sure someone in the chat has the answer. Hey Ari, how are you, sweetheart? It's so good to see you. You ordered 2 wrestling PPVs? Right on. Were they fun to watch? Dad and I watched the Night of Champion highlights from ESPN on YouTube last night. It was fun. And then we had a little like hospital party on Friday night. We watched SmackDown, and I ordered some milkshakes and fries, even though he's not supposed to eat milkshake or fries. And he doesn't usually. We don't ever eat like that, but we were just so sick of hospital food, and so I just was like, well, you know what? Let's just live a little. Ari, how have you been, sweetheart? I'm sending you a big hug, a big virtual hug of love and trust. I missed you. We haven't seen or talked to each other in so long. AEW Forbidden Door was amazing. We need to talk about like getting some other like wrestling stuff for Dad and I to watch other than WWE. We usually always watch WWE Monday, Fridays, and then we watch like their big events, and then we also watch NXT on Tuesdays. But there's other stuff out there that I'm pretty sure you and I've talked about before, Rain, that I'm pretty sure we would love to watch and enjoy. Your work life's been crazy too, yeah. Well, I'm back now. Frank and Dad's been in the hospital, but he's okay. Saturday MLW is on YouTube, okay. We're just talking about wrestling, because, you know, we're wrestling nerds. Metal Rain will explain. I'm going to go ahead and get the cards ready while he explains that to you, Ari. So I can do a collective message for us. Okay, I've got Golden Girls, and I'm going to get the Liminal Space decks and the Power Spirit deck. Oh my gosh. I was just going to ask you, is it called Ninja Turtle Pizzeria? You took the words right out of my mouth. Well, I mean, there's California Pizza. Isn't there, like, California Pizza Kitchen or whatever? Yeah, everybody at the, I know, right, Meryl? And I believe everybody knows what California Pizza Kitchen is, but maybe they don't have it. Maybe they don't have it where Ari is. URA. Hey, welcome to the channel. If this is the first time you've been here, please check out the link in my comment. Please check out my music. This is not a tarot channel. This is a channel that belongs to musician and artist. I'm that musician and artist. My name is StormieBleu. This channel is about my life, and my life is my message. So I hope you find something you like. I do live music and live tarot on the streams. So yeah, please check out the pinned comment. Check out my music. That would really mean a lot to me, please. I'm going to do a collective message for us. I'm going to call upon our most trusted and strongest spirit guides. If anybody has any questions about tarot or law of assumption, law of attraction, quantum physics, the observer effect, life in general, please feel free to ask. I'm sure someone has the question. I mean, the answer to your question. But yeah, most of all, please just check out the pinned comment with my music. There's a link there with my original music. I really appreciate it if y'all check that out. It would mean a lot to me. Spirit, I'm calling forth our most trusted and strongest spirit guides as a collective. For anyone in chat, anyone who may be here now, may enter the chat, may enter later in the chat, may watch the replay. Spirit, what is the most important message that you have for us tonight? What is the most important message that you have for us tonight that you want me to elaborate on? Okay, those cards fell on the floor, so I don't pick up cards off the floor unless they're upright, and I don't see them upright, so we'll just keep shuffling. That could have been a better shuffle. Okay, well, I'm going to take it that this one is interesting. We got this card last time I did a live show. This one also popped up. A software update. Okay, alright. So we've got the blank at the crossroad and the software update. Interesting. Does anybody ever feel like, with us going into Mercury retrograde, that there is going to be some kind of software update for us in our lives? A better one? A magical one? I don't know. I guess everybody feels like so doom and gloom about Mercury retrograde, but I just really don't. I guess because I'm not observing, nor will I observe it, too deeply. Because I know my thoughts create. All right. So, the blank at the crossroads. When I get this card, when this card comes up, I like to tell people, I like to share with people that I want you to fill in the blank. What does that blank mean to you? What do you want to put in that blank? The blank at the crossroads. I usually like to put meet me at the crossroads. I kind of switch it around a little bit. I kind of like to just software update. So, like I just said, something about the universe, something about your most trusted and strongest spirit guides. You're going to be getting like some kind of download and software update. Let's see what the Power Spirit deck says about that to get a little bit more of clarification on it. And I'll pull a few more liminal space cards and some tarot cards as well. Let's see. Okay, well, we'll talk about how to handle Mercury retrograde in a minute. Okay. Spirit, I'm calling forth our most trusted and strongest spirit guides. What do you want us to know about the blank at the crossroads and this download with this software update? What do we need to know about this? What will this software update be about? Time. Okay, time. It's interesting because as I was shuffling a moment ago, this strangely perfect timing card was like just like looking at me from the desk. I don't know where it went now. I had shuffled it away, I guess. Oh, here it is. Strangely perfect timing. I was just sitting here on the desk while I was. So I guess Spirit's saying it's strangely perfect timing for this message. Let's get a few tarot cards from the Golden Girls deck. And you will continue to have good luck through Mercury retrograde. See, it's just about the perspective of how you look at things and how you look at your reality. Oh, wow, 9 in the chat. 9 people and 9 likes. Thank you guys so much. I feel like Mercury retrograde is a wonderful time to immerse yourself in the observer effect even more by observing that which serves you instead of observing the oh shit factor in regards to, part of my French, about Mercury retrograde. It's like supposed to be, a time for bad things to happen. Hey, Survive, if you could check out my pinned comment, there's a link there to my original music. I'd really appreciate that. This is not a tarot channel. This is a channel that belongs to a musician and artist. I'm that musician and artist, StormieBleu. This channel is more about my life, and my life is my message. I do the live streaming with music and tarot on the lives. There are other tarot videos on long form and short form content. There's music, cover songs that have been fan requested, as well as a lot of cute videos about like my dogs and the wildlife and nature in my garden. So I hope you find something that you like. Thanks so much for coming by Survive tonight. I'm just doing a collective message for anybody who may be here with us now, came into the chat, or watches us later, or joins us later. Spirit, can you tell me a little bit more about this time and this message about this software update? Yeah, so, okay, Knight of Pentacles, Six of Pentacles. Six of Pentacles is very much about in my opinion, I feel it's very much about a give and take card. Somebody, something out there, someone, you need to give it to yourself. There's no one out there to give it to you. You've got plenty of time. Okay, all you have is time. Nothing has a meaning till you give it a meaning. Somebody had to give meaning to time for there to be time. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Okay, somebody had to make up those words to explain the balance of time as well. So everything in the room around you, okay, is there because of a thought that you had in time. So I feel like Spirit's saying in this message, you've got plenty of time to create the reality you want, but please do not put a time limit on the things that you are waiting for or expecting. Also, try not to wait around for it. Expect it, because see, it's already yours. Time is telling you right now. Oh, I love this. It looks like my front yard when I look up. So time is telling you that you might feel a little bit like a fish out of water right now. Okay, but it's inevitable for you to spend that, it's just inevitable for you to spend that time wondering, thinking, waiting. You don't have to wait. What you do have to do, though, is expect. So if you go through Mercury retrograde at this time, expecting, a shit story, you're going to get a shit story, pardon my French. If you go through Mercury retrograde expecting that you are the beautiful creator of your reality, and that you are going to take this time with Mercury retrograde to only think about what serves you and focus on the energy that matches your energy, you'll see that there is really little to no effect of the negative aspect of Mercury retrograde for you. You may learn some things that maybe make you a little bit wiser, help you meet yourself a little bit more deeply. They might hurt, they might not hurt. They might be confusing, they might not be confusing. But what do you want to do with this time? So it's card number 35. Maybe the number 8 is important to you, 3 or 5. The direction is east, the color is yellow. So what is it about time that gives it such power? The power to change all that exists back into dust. What is this unseen force akin to the wind, a force that can shape the land as well as our lives? So learn to play with time, a surreal element like fish swimming in treetops. A person of power knows how to arrange time. Put on a watch and be aware of the time at which you do everything. Watch the sun, the moon, the transit of the stars, and find out the time that Venus is lowest in the sky before dawn. Be aware of your physical cycles, when you get hungry, when you sleep. Our society is obsessed with time. So now, become time. If you're obsessed with something, it is better to explore it than to deny it. Then it is possible to give up your obsession and let it take its proper place in your life. So if you're obsessed with something, it is better to explore it than to deny it. Then it is possible to give up your obsession and let it take its proper place in your life. So your power depends on your balanced use and understanding of time. So while we're going through Mercury retrograde, give yourself some time to meet yourself a little bit more deeply. Give yourself more time, okay, to be good to yourself with your thoughts. Be even better to yourself with your thoughts at this time because of the negativism aspect of the energy. Because there's already so many people flaking out on the planet because of it and everything else going on. You don't want to be disturbed. You want to pick your peace over performance, okay? You want to pick your peace over things that have never happened and may never happen during Mercury retrograde, okay? So I feel like, Spirit, like I said, is saying give it to yourself, the balance, the structure, the calmness. Calm yourself down and focus on what serves you instead of, oh my God, what's going to happen that doesn't serve me during effing Mercury retrograde. I hope that helps somebody out there. If you'd like to get a paid reading, everything you need to know is in the description. There's the 1111 love reading, the $20 past, present, future, as well as the $30 general reading. You can also buy a Spiritbox reading. They're only $1 per minute. So if you need 1 minute, 2 minute, 5 minute, 3 minutes, 20 minutes, whatever, the Spiritbox is ready to go. Hey Fiona, how are you, sweetheart? Yeah, it might be why you're having a trifecta of misery right now, because you're observing that misery. So what's happening is you're just, misery loves company. So, oh my God, I'm bitten up by mosquitoes, mommy. But yeah, that might be like why you're going through that, because what happens is, the planets, the moon, the stars, especially the moon, like we are really ruled by, like the ocean is ruled by the moon. I mean, look, high tide, low tide, the sun. I mean, we're all connected, okay? But, it's what you're observing that has no choice but to show up. It's what you're assuming that has no choice but to show up. So if you assume that Mercury retrograde is going to be, like uncomfortable and messy, and, it's going to have no choice but it doesn't matter what time of the year it is. That which you choose to observe has no choice but to show up. So observe something else. If something doesn't match something doesn't match your energy, don't be trying to fight fire with fire. It's not worth it. 12 likes. That means we got 12 likes. How have you been doing, Fiona? Did you have a good weekend, sweetheart? It was okay. I was in the hospital for a couple days with Dad, but he's okay now. Yes, Spiritbox is going to make an appearance here in a moment. If anybody would like to buy a paid reading, everything you need to know is in the description. The 1111 love reading, $20 past, present, future, as well as the $30 general reading is available tonight. Been eating a lot of scones. Actually, I think the food pantry gave me some things to bake scones, but I'm going to save it for when it gets a little bit cooler, because we don't have an AC that is that great. So it's like baking and no air conditioning is, you might as well as, yeah. He is doing better. He's doing great. He is doing a lot better. It's kind of been a scary, strange couple days, but I mean, I knew he would be okay. He's always been so healthy, fit, and well, but You know, I didn't want to take any chances, so I took him to the hospital. He's okay. Now I don't know about some of the nurses there, but there was a nurse in the ER. Like, my dad was getting really, really sick, and I asked her for a bedpan, and she's like, "We don't do bedpans." And he's going to have to walk to the bathroom. I said, "Well, ma'am," I said, "the left side of his body is numb. They do not want him walking around too much because they don't want him to fall. He could be having a stroke." She's like, "Well, then walk him to the bathroom." And I'm like, I said, I can't walk him to the bathroom. I'm on a crutch, and I have to go and secure our bags. Could you just please help us? Could you just give me a bedpan? We don't do bedpans." So she's arguing with me when he's about to have explosive sickness. She didn't really help him to the bathroom, but he knew where it was, so he went, and I got my bag real quick, and I went back to where he was, waited for him to come out of the bathroom, walked him back to the room. And then the nurse started getting agitated because I said, "Look, I found a bedpan. It's okay. Just relax." She got so upset with me. And she started like whipping the curtains back and forth and doing her hands like this. I said, "Look," I said, "you're getting really loud and aggressive, and you're starting to scare me." I said, "And my dad may be having a stroke, and I need you to calm down." And she goes, "That's it. I'm getting security." I'm like, "Fine, get him." So I call my friend who's the security there. I'm like, "Look, there's this pit bull in the ER. I just want you to know what's going on real quick." He's like, "Well, I'm out having lunch, so I'll let my buddies back at the hospital know." So one guy comes through the curtain. He's like, "Man, what's going on?" I said, "Well, I just asked her for a bedpan, and she kind of just went feral on me." And then he looked at the nurse. He's like, "Wait a minute, you called me over a bedpan?" He's like, "I'm getting out of here. This is ridiculous." Another woman comes who's a security guard, not another guy, but another woman, and she starts like barking at me, you know, and all I can hear is "Rah, rah, 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 rah." And I'm just like, She's like, "What's your problem? And if you blah blah," and and I said, she's like, "Look, I'm recording you." I take my mask off. I'm like, "Fine, record me. I don't care." I said, "This woman is wasting your time over a bedpan. All I did was ask her to calm down because she's being a bit aggressive and she's scaring me. And my dad might be having a stroke." I said, "And all y'all are upset because I asked for a bedpan. So, don't you know I turned into a pit bull?" Especially when all the nurses started lying to me about her name. The nurse that was helping my dad that night came in to ask what happened. And so, "Hey, Grady, welcome back to the haunted house." So the nurse that was helping my dad that night was like, "What just happened?" And my dad told her the story. And then the same woman was on the other side of the curtain and was like, "Bullshit." And Marissa, who was the nurse that night, popped her head around the curtain. She's like, "Excuse me? Pardon me?" She's like, "Why are you cussing so loud?" She's like, "I'm cussing at my phone. Am I not allowed to cuss at my phone? I'm also trying to punish my children over the phone too, talking to my kids." And the nurse that was helping my dad was like, "Well, I guess it was just bad timing. Could you keep it down? I mean, this is the Catholic hospital." And then it was horrible because they finally got my dad in a room, and then every time I had to like walk by that little area in the ER where she worked, she cackled at me like a witch. So I told the priest in the church, I told all the security guards, I told every nurse that came and helped, every doctor that came and helped, and finally I got patient advocacy to come up to the room and help my dad tell the story about what happened without a lot of people trying to drag his daughter away because she asked for a bedpan. But other than that, everybody was fantastic and helped. And, you know, he's been a patient there for 20 years. He had his quadruple bypass there 20 years ago. My mother died in that hospital. But before they had saved her life several times before she had passed away. So, you know, she had care there throughout the years. My dad had his colectomy there, his biopsy there, his heart cath done there. I mean, I know a lot of people there and doctors there from just having to go back and forth to the hospital for years. But was so interesting to me because the hospital room that we spent several days in was the same hospital room that he was recovering for 17 days from his heart attack, from his quadruple bypass. I feel like we've come full circle. It's very interesting. Well, it was a Catholic hospital, and yes, Catholic school nuns are mean. I know because I went to Catholic school growing up, but this is different. This is a very special place, and it's an Emory hospital. It's not like your average hospital, you guys. It's a place for anybody to come of any spirituality or any religion to be helped and to be respected and cared for. And I just feel like there's just something about that place that is different than the other hospitals here in Atlanta. And there's always been such premium and upstanding care there. I mean, everybody I've ever met there was wonderful, but this one lady, and I told the priest because I was like, look, she seems like a really angry person and needs prayer. Not that I'm starting to try to go into religion or politics or anything, but sometimes people have mental health issues and they don't want to get their mental wealth through a therapist. So, who knows what's going on in her life, but literally they were going to drag me away over a bedpan, and I was not rude. I was not mean. I was not aggressive. I was not. What ended up happening to the nurse? I don't know. Patient advocacy reached out to me, but I don't answer my phone to unknown numbers. So I made sure the patient advocacy manager that came by on Friday morning, or was it Saturday morning? I think it was Saturday morning. I made sure that she knew that if they called me to leave a message and to leave a phone number for me to call them back, because I don't answer phones to strange phone numbers. But, I'll find out soon. And I told the hospital, I made a police report over the phone, and I'm not kidding around, because I didn't want to sit there and have. I cried all Thursday, Friday morning, because I was terrified she was like gonna come up to me or the room or do something to my dad, and I told the police officer that over the phone. Because you can call police stations and say, look, I just want to make a report. I'm not like trying to look for you to investigate or anything, but I need you guys to know this is going on. Because I needed to do that in case she vandalized my car or did anything crazy. As far as what's going to happen to her, she is not prepared to deal with the power that protects me. That's what, Fiona. Hey, Pammy, how are you, sweetheart? But yeah, Dad's doing great, and it's interesting how gradually throughout the hours and the days that have already gone by, he's starting to get all his feelings and sensations back. So it was either tiny or a minor stroke. They're not really sure. I'm not really sure. But when you have a minor stroke, supposedly the sensations don't return. But when you have a tiny one, the sensations gradually return, is what the neurologist said to us. So he's just not sure yet. But he knows he's had some kind of stroke. And he had it while he was at the hospital. So I don't know if he had it while the woman was having her moo cow. I don't know if he had it in the waiting room. I don't know if he had it. I don't know if he had it. We don't know. We don't know when he had it. But the internal medicine doctor and the neurologist said it was within the few days that he was at the hospital. Why did Fiona's message get hidden? I don't know. Yeah, I'm so sorry that Frank and Dad went through it too. Like, he's like the sweetest dude on earth, I swear. Well, my dad is just this total sweetheart. Y'all know he's a sweetheart, and I can't imagine what that woman was. I just lost it when she was like, I just lost it on the inside. I mean, when she's like, we don't do bedpans. I was like, oh my gosh, it's a bobblehead. Like the way she bobbled her head was like, she was so upset and pissed off because I asked for a bedpan. And I kind of feel stupid because like, I know they had a little closet there that had like towels and like, you know, blankets and like gowns. I should have just looked in there and not asked somebody for a bedpan. But I told the security guard and I told patient advocacy, look, I'm a death doula, I'm a grief counselor, I'm a caregiver, and have been for many years. Since when does an ER not do bedpans? And they agreed that, like, you know, they do the side commode thing, but like, even, she didn't even like, nobody even tried to help with that, but it's okay now. It's all over and it's been taken care of. Yeah, she is a disgusting person. And not just disgusting, but creepy. Creepy. And that's why, like, I went above and beyond to make sure that the security guards knew this. Look, this was over a bedpan. And, you know, this was not like I was never aggressive. I didn't cuss at her like she cussed at me. I was not verbally abusive or emotionally abusive like she was towards me or my father. And the female security guard almost could not see past her lashes. Like, she was ready to pick me up and beat me up or something. Like, she's like, look, I'm recording you. I take my mask off. I'm like, I don't care. Record me. Was that supposed to be, like, offensive? It was so strange and weird. Like, ugh. I'm just glad it's over. You never expect for, you know, you keep your thoughts good to yourself, right? But then I think there's sometimes glitches in the matrix, okay, where something will happen, but it happens because, once again, it shows up because of your past thoughts and feelings, your past thoughts and fears. I think that glitch in the matrix was just from, you know, past fears of just people in general being unkind. Well, I was starting to go into panic attack mode. So my heart rate went up. I started crying, and I didn't even know what a phone was at that point. I just kind of had brain fog because I had a Coke Zero for the first time in my life, which was awful. I picked up a Coca-Cola on the way out on the road, and instead of getting a regular Coca-Cola, I picked up the Coke Zero because Zero is right, like in really tiny letters. And so that shit that's in Coke Zero, part of my French, is really, really bad for you. I think it's like either sucralose or aspartame, but either way, at the end of the day, it's not real sugar, honey, agave, or stevia. It's not really that good for you. But you're right. I mean, I was glad that the guy security guard just left. He was like, "This is over a bedpan?" Yeah, the female security officer was on the nurse side. A lot of the nurses were on the nurse's side and lying to me about what her name was. But I saw the L on her name tag, and I made sure that the manager of the patient advocacy knew that, and I made sure to let her know, you know, I needed her to do something about this person because she doesn't belong working there, or at least she doesn't belong, you know, doing what she's doing in that particular department. You know, maybe have her answer phones and type stuff, but she doesn't need to be in it. I'm pretty sure she's just like a physician's assistant or an LPN or something like that. But I'm pretty sure there's plenty of cameras there that filmed it or watched it or whatever, but it was really scary. Oh, that's cool. I manifested it for you. Or we manifested it together. I'm glad that you got a heart back. You deserve it. But yeah, I was ready. I mean, I was like ready to protect myself if I had to. You know, I'm not going to stand there and wait for someone to hurt me again. But everything was fine once he got admitted, and I never had to worry about that woman again. I don't even know if she deserves to be called a woman. She was more like a monster. I think monsters are probably better. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you're right about that, Fiona. And I'm pretty sure that you're right about that too, Pam. Who knows? Maybe the nurse is on drugs and all the other nurses get their drugs from her. I don't know. But there's no way that she can come up with a story, that is going to work because, they got my dad's side of the story without me and got my side of the story without me. And it's not much different, if not the same. I mean, uncooperative patient. But what was interesting is that this female security guard, like, I could tell she was trying to rile me up. I could tell she was trying to get me angry and upset, but it did not work. And the more I stayed cool, the more aggravated she got. That's what was so disturbing about the security guard. And I made sure to tell patient advocacy about it. That the female security guard, it's like the more cool I stayed, the more vicious she got. I think that she was expecting another woman to be like all the other women that she hangs out with. I don't think she expected laid back, cool, nice and easy. But yeah, I told her, I said, look, I'm going to stand up for myself here, because if I stand for nothing, I'll fall for anything. I said, and I'm not falling for what you're trying to cook up here, Miss Security Guard. Oh man, that really pissed her off. She did not like that I was not getting angrier and angrier and angrier by her pushing me verbally, emotionally, and mentally with her aggression. She's like, well, just help me understand what's going on. What's going on is my dad may be having a stroke and you're stressing him out. Could you please leave? And he did. He ended up having a stroke. Thank God it was just a tiny one, though. That's the same thing I asked the patient advocacy. Why is the hospital employing mentally unwell people? I asked the manager the same thing. She's just like, I don't know. She's like, this is definitely something I'm going to escalate because we don't need people like this at this hospital. Yeah, the security guard was trying to get a rise out of me. They were all trying to get a rise out of me. And when it wasn't working, they got more angrier and angrier at me. And I know I need to stay cool because I can cut a bitch with my mind. And I don't want to hurt anybody with my thoughts. And I certainly don't want to hurt anybody with my hands or my words. But I did feel very discriminated. I will tell you that. I felt very, very discriminated. I almost felt like, you know, was the nurse treating us like that because my dad has an accent? Was she treating us that way because because she's racist or something, or she doesn't like Europeans? I don't know, you know? I mean, but I was okay. Everything was fine. I think they may have escorted her out that night. I don't know, but it just got so weird. You know, even when I got up to the floor that Dad was staying on, I went to the charge nurse that night, who was the clerk, and I said, look, I know patient advocacy is open 24/7. Can you get someone here for me to talk to them? And she just sat on it all night. She didn't even. So many people did not want to help with that. But I tell you what, the moment I knew that he was secure and safe, I got on everybody's ear and on the phone with anyone I could. I'm just glad that they came, like once they got my voice message, and there was a gentleman named Donovan who was the clerk that morning, and he helped me get the lady up there to talk to them because it's crazy. Yeah, 3 days. You know, you're right, Pam. She may have just been a bitch and just thought I was an easy target. You know, just being laid back, nice and easy, and soft spoken, anyways. Because I just don't know what her problem is. And I also told patient advocacy, I was like, you guys really need to think about, you know, what you're gonna do with her in regards to employee, because I said if she'll treat me like that over a bedpan, okay, she'll treat me like that over a bedpan. You know, what other people have been hurt in the hospital by her? What other people have not gotten the care they need in the hospital? You know, what is going on? Yeah, it isn't normal to target people. I agree with you. There's just something not right about it. There's just something not right about it. I just don't know what was wrong with that lady, and I don't want to know. But over a bedpan? What hospital doesn't do bedpans? Yeah, you're right. She could have just been plain lazy. You're right. Sorry, this mask is making my face incredibly itchy. I wonder if I'm like allergic to the paint on it. I think that at the end of the day, she's there making money, probably good money, doesn't care about her job really, just cares about the money. Now, if she's telling her kids at midnight, if she's cussing her kids out on the phone at midnight to discipline them, can you imagine how difficult it is on those kids? Who talks to their kids like that to discipline them? Yeah, I don't think she wanted to do her job. One bitch told me her name was Lena. The other bitch told me her name was Letitia. Somebody else told me her name was something else. And I was like, why are they all lying to me? So I also made sure patient advocacy knew that. I said, because I told her at the end of the day, I'm like, I'm pretty sure I'm not the only person that's gotten hurt by her. And I said, you guys need to, because who knows how many other people could get hurt by her, or how many people have already gotten hurt by her. Hey, Sugar Bear, how are you, sweetheart? I'm good, Sugar. I'm good. Thank you so much for asking. Everything's great here.
Max.
Maximum volume. Okay, I'm going to turn this music down a little bit so we can have a little bit of a spirit box session before I go. Wow, 10 hours of wrestling, huh? That's a lot. Yeah. If there's any moderators in the channel that have a yes no question, feel free to ask. I guess I'll check and see if we've gotten any subscribers tonight. Oh, we got one subscriber. Thank you guys so much for whoever subscribed. I appreciate that. Hey, Lissa, thanks so much for the jewels. I appreciate it. Although that's not really how they send them. I mean, they give me an actual notification. So if you want to get me some real jewels, that'd be great. How are you doing, Lissa? Welcome back to the haunted house. Are you enjoying your time, Sugar Bear, with your friend? Are there any spirits with us that want to communicate with us tonight? Yes or no? Oh, I guess you did give me 2 gems. At least it says there's 2 gems there. Sent sparkles for 2 gems. Like, sent sparkles for 2 jewels. You know, I have no idea what that means, but thank you. It's very kind and generous of you. If anybody would like to get a tarot card reading, everything you need to know is in the description. The 1111 love reading, $20 past, present, future, $30 general reading. There's a collective message at about 16 minutes and 40 seconds into the live if you guys want to go back and check that out. Are there any spirits with us now that maybe want to chat with us on the Spirit Box? Hey, welcome from Rhode Island. I'm in Atlanta. It's nice to meet you. If you want to check out my music, it's in the pinned comment. There's a lot of my music on the channel. Videos of my dogs, nature, to other tarot card readings I've posted. It's pretty much a channel about my life. My life is my message. Are there any spirits here with us now that want to speak with us? Yes or no? Are there any spirits here with us now? Yes or no? I'm calling forth our most trusted and strongest spirit guides to guide us through the Spirit Box session. If there's any spirits that want to communicate with us, we come here in peace, we come here in respect, and we come here to remember you. If anybody has any questions for the Spirit Box, now would be a good time to put your question in the chat. You can get 1 free question on the Spirit Box tonight. I'm going to set a timer for 15 minutes because the Spirit Box wears me out. And I'm already so worn out from the last 3 days. I'm ready to take a nap right here on the live with y'all. Are the spirits upset because I haven't been around for a few days? Did you miss us? We missed you. That was a weird sound.
Maximum volume.
It's so loud. Oh, well, does it give you caption? I guess I turned the caption off, didn't I? Aww. Are there any spirits here that can hear my voice? Yes or no? I am feeling better. Here, I'm going to type it. I'm already in my PJs, so I'm going to go to bed right after this. Straight to bed. I got to work in the morning. That is funny. That is funny, Fiona. Spirit, are there any spirits that want to chat with us tonight about Nancy Guthrie? Yes or no? It's so quiet today, the spirit box. Are there any spirits with us today that want to talk about John Benet Ramsey? Yes or no? Nope. Okay. Are there any spirits with us now that maybe want to talk about themselves? Yes or no? Are there any spirits here with us now that may have been here during the Civil War? I know that it's about that time of year when things start to get creepy. Are there any spirits with us here now that can hear my voice? Yes or no? Do any of the spirits that are with us now have any messages for us? Are you here now with us? Yes or no? Are you okay? What? If anybody wants to ask the Spirit Box a question, please feel free to ask. We have 18 likes, and usually I like to offer y'all a chance to ask the Spirit Box a question when we have 10 plus likes. Are there any spirits with us that can read the chat? Yes or no? Okay, I'm going to hide you from the channel because you have no idea what's going on with my father right now. So that was very rude of you and hateful. Judge not, lest you be judged. I'm also going to report you for harassment. Thanks, Rain. So it's not quite that easy for them awakened. The veil is thin, and it's just right on the other side. If you think the other side is some kind of black hole, it's not. It's just like on the other side of the glass, on the other side of the card. It's right in front of you. So I just feel like at the end of the day, the reason that we experience paranormal activity is because that's all there is a veil. And it's your choice of whether or not you want to believe it or not. That's fine. That's fine, you know. But I think that at the end of the day, sending them light to send them away to go wherever is a great idea, okay? Heaven is a great idea, okay? But at the end of the day, I mean, what makes people think that a spirit is not free enough to come and go as they wish and please wherever they want? I mean, this light is the same light within you. That light right there. That light is made of the same atoms as we are made of. And even though you lose your rental car at some point in your life, you do not lose your consciousness. Your consciousness stays. And I feel like that is why we have paranormal activity, because once again, nothing has a meaning until you give it a meaning. But if you want to give meaning in a way that makes you feel comfortable, there's nothing wrong with that. But just, it's my experience as somebody who's a death doula and has experienced the dead in many ways, and practically, I guess, damn near a necromancer. I guess you could just call me that. I don't know. I don't feel like a necromancer, but I mean, I'm just trying to help spirits and their loved ones reconnect. Hey, Dark Reverend, how are you? Welcome back. Welcome back to the channel. Spirits are international. I think that spirits are everywhere. And I think they're more capable of things than we really don't understand. Okay. I've got a paid reading to do. So I just want to say good night to the spirits. And thank you for entertaining us in any way that you could. We come here in respect and to remember you. Should you learn to help them? Yes. And I think that any way that you feel is right to help them is right for you and right for them. But I just want to let you know that I think that, you know, anything that you've ever loved that passed away, a pet, an animal, a friend, whatever, it's just sitting silent there next to you, awakened, just waiting for you to reach out and ask for help, ask for guidance, ask for communication. Telepathy goes a long way, as well as your voice goes a long way too. It is interesting, isn't it, Dark Reverend? Okay, I'm going to look at your questions, Sugar Bear. It's very kind and generous of you to donate tonight. I appreciate that. I pick up my phone and I find the cutest picture of Franken-Dad. He's got a rose in his hand. It's so cute. Yeah, sometimes bad thoughts can create different vibes because our thoughts create, you know? All right, Sugar Bear, let's see what your questions are tonight, sweetheart. Uh-oh. I hope that PayPal will show me the questions. I have no way to look at the questions otherwise, unless you send them to me. Yeah, my storage is full in that email. Ugh, I could just go stab that email with my mind. Okay. Yeah, it isn't showing me even any questions, honey. And PayPal sucks, and it doesn't want to even show you the whole message. Sugar, can you send me the questions? Let me just text her. Oh, she might not be able to hear me. Hold on, I'll text her. Alright, so I'll just wait for her to respond. Did you have a good weekend, Dark Reverends? Yeah, we should play some telepathy games sometime, y'all. Anybody have any fun telepathy games we can play? Let me know. Well, do I think aliens are real? Well, I'm not sure if I've ever seen an alien, but my mom did work for the government and she did top secret stuff. And once she told me that she did go to Area 51 and saw some pretty creepy stuff because she was required to for her job. Did I get your mod? Yes, no, no. Let me check. Let me go ahead and scroll up. Yeah, I must have missed it. Let me see if I can go back and find it. I see Spirit, would you rather be reincarnated? I completely missed that question. Was that your yes or no question, Rain? Okay, I'm going to go ahead and do Sugar's reading. So I can go ahead and get that out of the way, and then we can do your yes or no question, and then I gotta go because this Greek statue is melting. It's so hot in the house. I have to get the air conditioner back on. And I gotta go to bed because I have barely slept in the last couple days with everything that went on. Oh my gosh. Okay, it's gonna be 2:22 a.m. in 10 minutes. Spirit, you know, that is crazy that you asked that, Rain. That is absolutely crazy. I was just thinking about you and her when I was in the hospital the other night with Dad. And I was like, what? I bet you she's going to move back at some point. I wonder if she's already considering maybe moving back someday. So let's see what Spirit says, and then I'll do Sugar's reading. Spirit, I'm calling forth my most trusted and strongest spirit guides, as well as Metal Rain's most trusted and strongest spirit guides. Will Star ever move back to Los Angeles from Colorado? And what does Metal Rain need to know about that right now? So we have a couple of cards here that show she may not be feeling it right now, but she knows that her strength lies where her friends, family, connections that she's always known have been. I don't think it's going to be right now, but I will have to say that she's been talking to somebody about it already. If she's made the right choice. It's almost as if she finds her strength to come back. So there was reversed Page of Pentacles. Okay. Which, upright it's yes, reversed it would be no. But, I mean, at the end of the day, I feel like what these cards are really saying is she's, you know, you got a couple of palm trees and the beach here. I think that she found strength, you know, in being in Los Angeles. Let's see what the card is. And see, I feel like she's not very much of a happy bunny in that reversed Queen of Swords. I get the energy like she's like kind of like lonely and not feeling very. Hey, look at the big brain on YouTube admin 1811. Spirit, I'm calling forth Sugar Bear's most trusted and strongest spirit guides. She's wanting to know what's going on with the person on her mind and heart tonight. Oh, Lordy. Spirit, I'm calling forth Sugar Bear's most trusted and strongest spirit guides. What does she need to know tonight about the person on her mind and hearts? What does she need to know about her SP's feelings and thoughts for her tonight? What does she need to know about that? Gosh. Okay, well, this is interesting. A lot of reversals. Not that they're all bad or anything like that, but I just want to... Well, that's sweet. Okay, Sugar Bear. You got a lot of reversals, but got a really clear message here. Spirit, I'm calling forth Sugar's most trusted and strongest spirit guide. Can we get some clarification on this person in her mind's heart tonight? What does she need to know about the clarification regarding truth unveiling, love blocks? Okay. Sugar, Spirit's overall saying that you need to give this relationship a chance, or give some kind of relationship a chance, okay? You both have known each other in the past, in some kind of past relationship. But Spirit's wanting you to work on your partnership. And I don't think that Spirit's saying that you need to work on just your partnership with him. You need to be working on your partnership with everybody, especially yourself and your thoughts creating. Okay. But Spirit's saying definitely work on this relationship. How can you work on this relationship? Starting with your thoughts and feelings. Okay. Starting with those thoughts and feelings you're having and turning them around into what serves you. So you've got the reversed moon, which usually means the sun to me. He's feeling a little bit sunburned. He's feeling a little bit moonburned. He's feeling optimistic. Like he doesn't feel all shrouded in mystery about anything in regards to how he feels about you. He's not trying to be sneaky or weird or, strange. All right. How's he feeling and thinking about you? I think he's feeling pretty good about you, considering. Okay, despite the circumstances of this being a reverse Nine of Swords, I really want to just tell you that I feel like things are kind of looking up in regards to his connection with you. Like he does not have any bad thoughts or feelings about you. He does not feel like you are a negative person, and he's not put off by you at all. He feels that you're actually a very warm and tender soul in this Four of Wands, but he's not sure if he can talk to you about the things that maybe might make him uncomfortable in his life, because he doesn't want you to feel uncomfortable. He wants you to feel comfortable. And I also sense that the reversed Seven of Wands is saying to you tonight that, there has been a lot of defenses, and his defenses are down now. Okay. Also, you've got the reversed Ten of Swords. And I feel like what the reversed Ten of Swords is telling you is that there's some kind of new beginning coming for you with this connection, with this relationship. Or very well could be some kind of new love story on the horizon for you, Sugar Bear. Okay? So Spirit's saying work on this relationship, but overall I feel like Spirit's saying you really need to be working on your partnership with your mind and your heart. Not only just mentally, but spiritually as well. I don't mean religiously, I mean spiritually, okay? So you do have a love clarification card. And the love clarification card you have is the truth's unveiling. Like, truth is unveiling within regards to this connection, all right? There's a truth about it that you have seen or will see. Confront issues with honesty, revealing secrets to light the way forward. Love blocks, dismantle hidden barriers to real intimacy and trust. And I feel like that's saying, it's time for you to kind of go through, healing your own love blocks. You've got limiting beliefs and circumstances that you have established for yourself through certain ideas you've had, or certain things that are ideas that people have had for you. It's time for you to decide, Sugar Bear. Not someone else to decide. You are totally in control of your love story. So write us a good one, okay? And I think that limiting beliefs and circumstances wrapped up around the love stories you have experienced have definitely kept you in the dark about, what you do want. Because you think you might want one thing because maybe that's what everybody else thinks that you want and is good for you. But do you really want to get married? Do you really want to have kids right now? Do you really think that that is going to improve your life when you feel uncomfortable even dating? So just understand that, you can have just as much fun being happily single and staying celibate too, okay? Like I have, or you can have just as much as fun being that way than if you were in a serious committed relationship. But once again, what can you deal with forever and what can you not deal with forever, sugar? And I think it's still a time for you to keep having fun, experience fun, figure out what is your sexual revolution and liberation, what is your relationship liberation and revolution, what is the love story that you want. And don't let any man, convince you that he has the reins, okay? or that he's in control or writing your love story for you. Because you're the director of this movie. You're the author of this book. Not AI, not your mommy, not your daddy, not your friends, not your boyfriend, not the guy you're talking to, or the guy at the counter where you buy your milk and eggs or cheese. All right, so in conclusion, it's not over in this Ten of Swords reverse, okay? Give it some time to breathe. Work on your relationship through your thoughts and feelings. And also, don't limit yourself to just this one person. Let your heart be wide open to a love story. Even if it's just with a pet or another person of the same sex that's your friend, or just love stories can be more than just you and a guy. Okay, intimacy can be just more than you and a guy in sex. I just want you to be happy. Okay, so I think that work on your relationship card is definitely telling you, hey, it's 2:22 a.m. in the morning in ATL. Don't just work on your relationship with him or them. Work on it with yourself, which you've been doing. But Spirit needs you to do more work, and you must do the work because it's going to make you feel better. And you're going to be happier and more harmonious and more healthier for it in the long run with your mental wealth intact. So I hope this reading has helped you, sugar. I'm going to text you now and let you know what the timestamp is. Hey Kimberly, how are you, sweetheart? Welcome back to the haunted house. Hey Krillin, welcome back to the haunted house. How are you all tonight? Well, I'm glad you're having fun with your cursed items, Dark Reverend. Well, that's what I find interesting, Sugar Bear, if that's new love with him or new love with someone else. I just don't know. It didn't say. What an interesting mystery, huh? We'll just have to see how things play out. All right, you guys, I love y'all. Please be safe. Be good to yourself with your thoughts. I got to get out of here. I am miserable. It's so miserable hot in this house. I'm going to cry if I wait 5 more minutes to turn the AC back on. Okay, so be good. Your homework is to be good to yourself with your thoughts, okay? Don't do anything I wouldn't do or would without me. And be good to the planet, please. And please be good to others, okay? Even if you don't do bedpans. All right, thanks, Dark Reverend, for coming by. Thank you, ADHD Dancer Sugar Bear, for your donation tonight. It's really going to help me cover the rest of my rent this month. It's very kind and generous of you. Thank you, Lisa, for the 2 jewels. That was very sweet and kind of you. Hey, Krillin, thanks so much for coming out tonight and asking me how I'm doing. I'm doing great. I hope you're doing well, too. Pammy, thanks so much for coming by and hanging out. I really appreciate you. Metal Rain, Meryl, who else came by tonight? Ari, it was good to see you. Jason, thanks for coming by and asking questions about aliens. I appreciate that. We love aliens. Shannon Stevens, 2886, thanks so much for coming by. I bet you're pretty too. Awaken, thank you so much for coming by and hanging out with us tonight. If you've got more questions about how to help the dead, feel free to ask. Yeah, I think that about covers it. If there's anybody I missed, thank you so much for coming by. I appreciate you. And I'll be back. Okay. I hope you guys will be back too. Sweet dreams if you dream, and I will see you guys on the other side. Yes, sweet dreams and blessings to you too, Pammy, and everybody here. Be safe. Be good to yourself with your thoughts. Don't be afraid of Mercury retrograde. Okay? You are the beautiful creator of every day. And you don't have to put up with that shit. Okay? Part of my French. All right, good night, y'all. Music is sacred.